Good morning. I'm Eden Wimpfheimer, First Select Woman. I'm joined by Steve Hall, Selectmen, and Amanda Thompson, Select Person. Nicole, can you unmute Amanda, please? Thank you. All right. First item on the agenda is public comment. We have some people joining us by Zoom. Thank you for taking the time to join. Is there any public comment? Just you'll have to raise your hand for Nicole. Okay, none, Nicole? I don't see any either. Okay, moving on. We just have a couple correspondences. I just wanted to mention that the reason for this early Zoom and at a not usual time is because of setting the town meeting, which we'll talk about in a little bit, which will be the night of our regular scheduled meeting, just because of constraints with buildings and things. So first on the agenda is the correspondence from Tyche, our planning and policy group. I'm going to read it in its entirety because it's noteworthy. I received a letter from them on November 24th. Dear Eden, the end of November marks more than 3.5 years that Tyche has been working with the town of East Granby. As you know, in that time, Tyche has worked with residents, town departments, and commissions on a number of noteworthy projects. A few that we are particularly proud of include we performed a comprehensive legal and best practices review and reorganization of the town zoning regulations, assisted the Planning and Zoning Commission in the preparation of an affordable housing plan, which the town had previously failed to adopt as required by statute. Preparation of a draft citation ordinance to give the Inland Wetlands Commission more control over inland wetlands violations. Worked with the Economic Development Commission to prepare suggested amendments to the current tax abatement ordinance to prioritize small businesses. Built out the town's website to further promote economic development and recognition of why East Granby is a great place to do business. Created the Small Business Passport Program to support local businesses. Assisted the Planning and Zoning Commission on the adoption of a Village Center Master Plan. Preparation of the bid package related in support of the town's steep grant award for $500,000 for new basketball and pickleball courts. Obtained grant funding from the Connecticut Department of Transportation in the amount of $3,250,000 for the realignment of School Street. Obtained grant funding for extensions of sidewalks in and around the town hall campus in the amount of $690,000, and assisting in the ongoing update to the 2026-2036 Plan of Conservation and Development. Tyche is the largest Connecticut-based planning firm and the only one that offers the types of services we provide. We work with towns as small as Scotland and Hampton, fewer than 2,000 residents, and with cities as large as Hartford and New Haven. We pride ourselves on the broad and expert knowledge we bring to the table. Working with nearly, I don't know how I'm out of breath, I was running around before this meeting, working with nearly half of the communities in Prague region alone. We have staffed hundreds of board and commission meetings and worked with thousands of residents and business owners across the state. Tyche currently serves more than 20% of the municipalities in Connecticut, but we have never encountered a situation where an incoming chief elected official has indicated an unwillingness to continue our partnership before even taking office. In light of expressed intention and based on the suggestion that the incoming first selectman intends to terminate our services, we felt it was important to begin this discussion with the town proactively. While we take pride in our ability to collaborate effectively with all town leaders, statements made by incoming board members about the land use process and our role indicate challenges that go beyond mere differences in approach. They point to a reluctance to understand or engage with the process that Tyche has been working to improve over the past few years. Regardless of how the next few months unfold, Tyche has no intention of leaving East Granby without support. To facilitate that, we propose beginning the transition process now. We believe a 60-day transition period from December 25th, 2025, through January 2026 will allow sufficient time to execute this handoff. During December, Tyche will identify the roles and responsibilities that will need to be covered, so the town can make staffing arrangements for the boards and commissions that Tyche currently supports. This period will also allow the town to begin thinking about how it would like to fill the town planner, inland wetlands agent, and economic development director roles beginning February 1st, 2026, when Tyke will conclude its planning and zoning, wetlands, and economic development services to the town. While these staff-related responsibilities will end, our team will continue to support the important efforts of Planning and Zoning Commission to update the plan of conservation development as we were contracted to do back in December 2024. This is certainly not the start to 2026 that any of us had anticipated, and it marks the first time Tyke has concluded a client relationship under these circumstances. Nevertheless, our focus now is to ensure a smooth and orderly transition as the town's newest leaders move in a different direction and Tyke steps back from its current role. We are happy to discuss this further with you or the board, the board selectmen, if you feel it would be helpful. We appreciate the opportunity to work with you in the East Granby community. Although we would have welcomed the chance to see many of the initiatives we began through to completion, we wish the town the very best moving forward. So I just want to take a moment to express my appreciation to for Tyke's planning and economic development services they provided. When I first took office, our town needed a steady hand and a modern, forward-looking approach. Tyke's firm, specifically Robin, stepped in and did exactly this. They helped bring our planning processes into the 21st century and strengthened our regulatory framework, improved transparency and consistency, chaired our P&Z, wetlands, and economic development meetings, helping to make East Granby a more welcoming and business-friendly community. Their professionalism, guidance, and dedication have played a meaningful role in moving our town forward, and I'm incredibly grateful for the partnership we've had. I want to thank them for their hard work and the respect they have shown our community through their service. Regardless of transitions, their contributions will have a lasting impact on East Granby, and I deeply appreciate everything they have done for our town. Thank you. Okay. Yep.
I mean, yeah, I would say they definitely set up best practices and helped with affordable housing. I would definitely encourage them to talk to the incoming first selectmen themselves rather than working through hearsay in closing a contract without talking with him personally. That would be what I would encourage. I know it's been hard on the town with the last several decisions and guidance that have been made in our transitional zone, and hopefully we can move forward in a positive way no matter what that ends up being.
Thank you. I also wanted to say thank you for everyone that came out to the POCD planning session last night. It was a good turnout. Could use more people always, but we appreciate everyone coming out for that, for the public session. All right, next on the agenda, well, my next correspondence is from Brignall, Bush & Lewis, LLC, and this is worthy of reading in its entirety too. I received this certified letter yesterday, but I received an email on November 25th. Dear Miss First Selectwoman, the undersigned is the attorney for the limited liability company known as Brignall Enterprises LLC, who are the owners of the property located at 203 Turkey Hills Road. That parcel was acquired by Brignall Enterprises LLC on October 28, 2024. The property was owned by Riverbend Development Connecticut, CT Incorporated, and they had owned the property since 2013. In the deed, it identifies that this property is encumbered by a right-of-way in favor of the town of East Granby, dated March 22nd, 1977, and recorded April 12th, 1977 in volume 58, page 192 of the East Granby Land Records. The right-of-way runs from Route 20 to the town dump property, which is separate from this parcel. I have an attached map. This right-of-way allowed for the town to travel from Route 20 to the town dump located at 205 Turkey Hills Road. The right-of-way does not provide for use of 203 Turkey Hills Road for any reason other than traveling through 203 Turkey Hills Road. The town has expanded its use of the right-of-way and installed the transfer station on 203 Turkey Hills Road. The transfer station is currently located on the parcel known as 203 Turkey Hills Road. It is my understanding that Riverbend and its predecessor in interest had given the town permission and a license to use the area of the transfer station for some time through to the time that they transferred it to Brignall Enterprises LLC. Kindly accept this notice that the license and permission to use the East Granby transfer station is now terminated, and we are asking the town to cease and desist using the transfer station going forward. The right that the town of East Granby has is a right-of-way over an existing road bed from Turkey Hills Road to the area of the abandoned dump. This road bed is in a recorded map in East Granby Clerk's office. In light of the abandonment of the dump, the use of the roadbed should reflect that the only usage of the town is to access the abandoned dump for maintenance as an abandoned dump and no other use or purpose. The area of the existing roadbed identified in the map has been modified in the field by the town, and the town has moved the old roadbed to the west so as to utilize the transfer station area and the sliver of land that the town owns that abuts the Brignall Enterprises property. This modification of the area of the roadbed includes fill added and debris and other materials occupying the roadbed area. I would ask the town to utilize its own resources to remove all of this debris and reestablish the old roadbed area. The area of the transfer station needs to be reestablished, and all fixtures and hard surfaces need to be reestablished as woodland or field. This modification of the right-of-way to a transfer station operation has impaired the owner's use and value of the property, and they want to have this area restored to its prior condition as it appears on the attached survey. In addition, the transfer station use has gone way beyond its cleared perimeter, and the town has been dumping and piling stumps, debris, and all kinds of other unusable substances which have been stockpiled around the outside edge of the transfer station. All of this debris and piles of tree stumps and dirt need to be removed, as there is no legal right for such dumping or discarding of refuse in large piles on the Brignall Enterprises LLC property. Brignall Enterprises LLC is requesting that the town cease and desist use of the transfer station on 203 Turkey Hills Road, East Granby, Connecticut, and remove all the debris and materials around the perimeter of the transfer station. In the interim, the owners of the property are requesting the town provide insurance coverage for their use and operation on the Brignall Enterprises property and provide a certificate of insurance that Brignall Enterprises is an insured on the existing insurance coverage for the transfer station as a named insured. This is a request for certification from the town's insurance that Brignall Enterprises is a named insured on the use and operation of the transfer station on 203 Turkey Hills Road. Should the town wish to discuss a lease or some type of arrangement for continuing the operation of the transfer station on the property owned by Brignall Enterprises, we would ask that you contact the undersigned as counsel for the company that owns the real estate. So I just want to mention right now, we have contacted the insurance company to discuss coverage. And I'm working with Public Works and just verifying relevant information, including reviewing the historical records and maps, obtaining updated surveys, and confirming the accuracy of all the claims made in the letter. That's our update for now on that.
Eden, when you pull that easement, can you send it to me?
Yeah, I think I had, but I will. Okay. It was in the packet I sent.
Okay.
Steve, did you get a copy? I think it was in the packet with, it was.
I saw the map. There was no writing to go along with it.
Okay. Apologize for that. I'll send it over. Okay. Next on the agenda are minutes from our November 12th meeting. If I could please have a motion for those.
Oh, Steve's muted. There we go.
Did you leave? Okay.
I'm all set.
Okay.
So I'll make a motion to accept the minutes as presented from the 11/12/25 meeting.
I'll second that.
Okay. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. Carries. Thank you. We're tabling back office shared services for now. The next item, new business, is to set the town meeting date and call. I'm going to read this. It's not nearly as long. Notice is hereby given that a special town meeting of the town of East Granby, Connecticut will be held in the town meeting room on Wednesday, December 10th at 7 p.m. for the following purposes. 1, to elect a moderator. 2, to consider and act upon a resolution to amend Chapter 255 of the East Granby Town Ordinances to add Article 10, tax exemption for disabled veterans. May I have a motion to hold the town meeting?
I'll make a motion to hold a town meeting on December 10th.
I'll second that.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Thank you. And just a reminder to please come in and sign the call. Steve and Amanda. Okay, next item is executive session to discuss pending litigation. So Steve, Amanda, and I are going to go into a breakout session for executive session. I just wanted to make note, Donna Murphy, our town assessor, and Scott Lingenfelter, our town attorney, were both in executive session with Steve and I. All right, I would like to propose the following motion. The Town of East Granby Board of Selectmen authorizes the town attorney to execute any and all documents necessary for the town to resolve the matter of 3 Turkeys Hill Road LLC versus East Granby, docket number HHB-CV 24-6086956-S regarding the assessment of 3 Turkey Hills Road, East Granby for an assessed value of $1,890,000 by stipulation for judgment.
So moved.
Second.
All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
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 Okay, motion carries. Thank you. I'd like to propose the second motion of the Town of East Granby Board of Selectmen authorizes the town attorney to execute any and all documents necessary for the town to resolve the matter of Kimberly Brignall and Timothy Brignall versus East Granby, docket number HHB CV 24-6089701-S regarding the assessment of 113-115 Hartford Avenue, East Granby for an assessed value of $343,000 by stipulation for judgment.
So moved.
Second.
All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. Thank you both. And next on the agenda is to adjourn. If I could please have a motion.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
Okay, we are adjourned at 8:40 a.m. Thank you all.